Yeah, well, going everyone, Sanju Chia here. So it's that time of the month again where we do a bunch of discussions on the recent Boruto Manga Chapter. And of course, Chapter 43 was a... Yo. It's been the talk of the town ever since it dropped. It's one of the hottest chapters out right now, honestly. And I must say, I was thoroughly impressed with how the chapter went down. Easily a 9 out of 10 chapter. But today we'll be talking about Boruto Uzumaki and his god tier power, not just from a power standpoint, but with today's video we'll be talking about the ins and outs, the pros and cons that I feel that can be associated with everything that happened with Boruto in chapter 43. So anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. So coming off chapter 43, it's easy to say that Boruto Uzumaki has received a ridiculous boost in power. Granted, you know, disclaimer, it's not a power he can consciously activate or consciously tap into just like that. But in case you missed a chapter, during the events of Boruto chapter 43, we had Boruto Uzumaki losing consciousness in his fight against Boro, and of course at the end where they managed to get back Naruto, but upon losing consciousness during the fight, he actually, well, not he, but more like Momoshiki has returned via the karma seal that Boruto received from Momoshiki himself and took over his body and made quick work of Boro, the transformed Boro. Now, one thing I'll probably talk about the character aspect of this firsthand. Like, how does Boruto being god tier actually affect his character? As I said, it's not a power you can consciously tap into, but you know, it is what it is. Now, from a character standpoint, I actually like that this happened because for the last honestly, for most of the series at this point, especially the manga, I feel like Boruto as the, not even as a character, as the main character, hasn't had that kind of push into the spotlight. He's had some growth and development ever since he was first introduced at the end of Naruto, where I don't feel like a lot of people were vibing with him. But I think ever since chapter 11, since the Mujina Bandits arc, the manga segment, that is not the section that's going on in the anime right now, but ever since the manga segment of that arc and beyond, I feel like Boruto's character has been making some improvements have been made to his character, and he's become much more likable. But as a main character, I still think he was lagging behind, especially characters like Sarada, who I feel would actually make a great main character. Now, the fact that Momoshiki has finally made a reappearance through Boruto's Karma Stage 2 is actually good, because one of the reasons I feel like persons didn't really vibe with Boruto in the beginning was the fact that he never really struggled. People like to compare him to Naruto for obvious reasons, but there was no emotional attachment, or no emotional relatability, if I can phrase it like that, between the audience and Boruto as a character. Now, the fact that they introduced this threat, this internal threat where Boruto is concerned, it's going to be a situation where he's going to have to train and overcome, I guess similar to how the dynamic was between Naruto and the Nine-Tails Kurama. So this is a perfect way to introduce Boruto struggling, even though Boruto has had the karma for almost, well, for 30 plus chapters now. Yeah, 30 plus chapters. And we did have the whole theory of Momoshiki coming back and taking over his body, and it was kind of confirmed through dialogue where Jigen said they'd become Otsutskis. But chapter 43 really helped to solidify and give us a visual representation of the internal conflicts that are to come where Boruto is concerned. And honestly, that kind of helps to push his character more into the limelight as the main character. So chapter 43 is not just about power, but power is a big aspect of it, and I'm going to get to that. But this is the best push. Well, it's the best direction they could take his character in terms of pushing as the main character. For him, his name is in the title. So yeah, I think going forward we're going to see some leaps and jumps into Boruto's character that we haven't seen before, as we see him struggle, train, and establish that emotional relatability. Now, into the segment that I think a lot of people want to hear about, the power aspect of Boruto Uzumaki at this point. Now, a few months ago, before the fight against Boro started, I did do a power skill on all the members of the new Team 7. I actually listened back to that video that I did. I believe it was in November, before chapter 40. Wow. I had basically like put Boruto as a low tier to a mid tier Jonin level in terms of his rank, all things considered, like from his skill to his taijutsu to his ninjutsu to the fact that he had the karma seal, and factoring like aspects of the Jogan. I factored in everything, things that he might not necessarily have full control over. So I kind of classed him as a low tier to a mid tier Jonin. But with this new aspect, this new addition, this level 2 karma, this kind of pushes him from low or mid tier Jonin to, I'd say, I mean, there's no easy way to say this. He's God tier. he has officially entered the ranks of God tier. Now, I know like it's a cause of concern where persons are concerned, like where fans are concerned, like people are wondering, is he stronger than Naruto now? Is he stronger than Sasuke now? How does he compare against Jigen or Ishiki or Tsutsky? What about Madara, Hashirama? Like, it's crazy. Now, if he really and truly once he taps into stage 2 karma, if he really and truly does in fact tap into the power of the Otsutsuki that gave him that power, then by default he would be like stronger than Madara or Hashirama, as crazy as that sounds. But at the same time, you have to realize there are consequences associated with this power. One thing I like about introducing ridiculous powers that bring characters that are at the level and makes them like way stronger than characters that have been working hard a long time, you have to introduce consequences, and there obviously will be consequences associated with the use of karma. So yeah, I mean, I think it balances out, and the fact that this is not a power that he can like consciously tap into just yet. So yeah, there's that. No, it's not like we didn't expect him to get this jump in power when you think about it, because if you've been paying close attention, the fight between Naruto, Sasuke, and Jigen, right? In his level 1 karma state, Jigen was roughly equal with Naruto and Sasuke, who are holding him back. And then the fact when he jumps from stage 1 to 2, he not only is equal to a full power Naruto and Sasuke together, but he's basically like making short work of them, like low difficulty. So and it's something that I've said before, like if you apply that jump in power to like characters like Kawaki and Boruto, even though at this point I still wouldn't say, even if Boruto could like consciously access this power, I wouldn't say he's as strong as Naruto or Sasuke, but he's definitely in the godly tiers of power at this point. Bare minimum, I would put him at probably War Arc Naruto, probably 6 parts. The least I would go, the lowest I would go would probably be like TL Beast mixed with regular Sage mode, the least, and that's probably like a serious low ball. But I mean, it is what it is. Boruto's in the godly tiers of power right now, and as I said, it does wonders for his character, as I explained before. And even though the jump in power is ridiculous, there are some consequences associated with it as well. So yeah, I think it's good. And chapter 43, if you haven't checked out my review, be sure to check it out as well. But anyway, let me know what you think about Boruto harnessing or basically in possession of this potential power that makes him god tier as well. He's, as I said, it's an extreme low ball to call him like TL Beast mixed with regular Sage Mode Naruto War Arc. I probably would be comfortably, I think I would put him at like 6 parts Naruto level when he just got 6 parts. So still not as strong as current Naruto, but still powerful. So I'm looking forward to how they actually handle like developing and making Boruto actually access this power. So yeah. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think about the new entry into the godly tiers of the Naruto verse. Yeah. Send you cheer, rate, comment, subscribe. Peaceful journey to 1,000, and I'll see you guys in the next one.